Good morning, everybody. It is 5:30 and we are almost at the beach now. We're heading up just south of Matanzas Inlet. We're going to be fishing 4 rods there today. We brought a couple different baits. We bought the local favorite, which is fish bites, a couple different flavors of it. I'll show you guys some more detail when we get there. And then we also have some frozen sand fleas, frozen shrimp, and some frozen small mullet. So we're going to try a couple different varieties of bait today, see if there's anything that's better than the rest. I'm really hoping to get on some live sand fleas there, but because of how cold it's been lately, they might be buried a little bit deep, so it might be hard to get to. Hence why we're bringing some frozen bait, just to make sure we have something to get started with. So stay tuned. If you guys enjoy the content, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. It does greatly help out the channel. And spreading this positive message about fishing and just encouraging the next generation of kids to get outdoors and spend some time in the free instead of being locked behind a computer screen. But anyway, I'll see you guys back in a couple.
Hey everybody, so just a quick update. The next 3.5 minutes of this video are going to be pretty dark. I am using a headlamp to fish, and obviously, as you can see by the initial clip here of me driving, it's extremely dark outside. So just bear with it. It's only about 3.5 minutes. If you want to skip, go for it. But we do catch one fish in this kind of almost pitch black darkness. So if you want to kind of see how that goes, then stick around. Otherwise, I'll see you in a couple minutes. Thanks for watching.
Alright guys, so we're just spacing our rod holders about 5 yards apart. Seems to be a good enough spread. What I usually do, the 2 in the center, I'll get 1 long, 1 short, and the 2 on the outside, I'm going to cast diagonally out just to get a good spread. But keeping them close like this keeps me from having running up down the beach. Makes it very easy to react if anything gets on there. Because the longer it takes you to pick up that rod and get any sort of tension back online, the higher chance of the fish jumping off the hook. So just whipping out our flashlight here. Let's see if there's any sand fleas or anything. Look for that typical V formation in the water as it's pulling back. We're fishing a couple different hooks today, just because I had some miscellaneous things left over from a long time ago. So there's a couple J hooks mixed in, and then a few different sizes and models of circle hooks. They're hooks, so they should all work. All of them are sharp. This rod is the lightest one that we've got. It's only a 7-footer. This is all I used to fish on the beach with, and then slowly picked up some longer rods. It'll do the job, guys. You don't necessarily always need the longest and stuff. Oh, there's a fish. That is definitely a fish. Come on, stay on there. I think we may have lost it again, but let's find out. Oh no, there it is. What have we got? Nice little whiting. Woohoo! Morning bite pays off, guys. That's why you make that sacrifice of getting up early every once in a while. Give him a second here. Try to get that line out without letting the fish slip. There we go. That was, yeah, hit it on just the fish bite. Let's go measure him up. He's a short one, so we'll definitely get him back in the water. Not looking to keep these guys. What do we got? Rough estimate here. We got a it's an 11.5 incher, but skinny one. Whiting are great eating, especially when they start getting a little bit bigger. You know what? Let's go ahead and keep them. We'll make some fish tacos.
If we got one whiting this early, he is 11, so it's not like he's a super small one. But because we got him on so early on, likelihood is we'll get on some more. So I think it's worth keeping. If we can get 5 of those, that's a full meal. So we'll be in a good spot. Feels so good to get the skunk off. I think the last 3 fishing trips I've been on, I haven't caught anything. So finally getting to reel something in, even if it was tiny like this one. It's a good feeling, guys. If it was summertime, that whiting, we probably would have just cut the head off of it and thrown it out and tried to get on a shark. I did bring some bigger, I think they're 8/0 hooks on some 100-pound mono leader, which if we put it on this sturdy rod in the center, we'd definitely be able to reel something in. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's a video from probably August or September of 2025 where we pulled in a 6-foot bull shark. So if you guys want to check something like that out, obviously go back to it. I'll link it at the end of the video. And if it's something you're looking forward to in the future, subscribe to the channel. We'll definitely be doing a lot of shark fishing this summer. So because this rod is kind of short, I'm going to try to get right in between where the waves are initially starting to break and then where they actually come in at the surf. You can see this one coming up. So what will happen, we have a gap right here in the center where they're not actually breaking. That's right where we want to be. Which that cast was right about on the money. Fish on already. Didn't even get it in the rod holder. So they're sitting in close today, right in that trough I was talking about. Let's see what we've got. Looks like another little whiting. Oh, there's another fish. All right, we're keeping this guy, so we'll leave him here. Not sure if we got this guy hooked. Feels light, but there was definitely something on it for a second there. Okay, that's a tiny whiting. So they're definitely running here. That's 3 whiting today. This guy will get back out. Not keeping him, he's too small. There's not enough meat to make it worth it. We'll let him grow up for next season, get a lot bigger. This guy's a little bit thicker and worth getting into the cooler, so let's go ahead and get him tossed in there. So I think we got most of these guys on shrimp, so let's go ahead and shrimp it up a bit. Got two more small pieces on here, so you guys can see the fish bite's still on there. Reach where they're sitting. That cast looked absolutely amazing again. right where I want it, between those two zones where the waves are breaking. Oh, and there's a fish on. Let's see if it's still there. Nope, this one's off, but that one definitely has a fish. Maybe not. Did we lose that one too? I'll keep reeling. I don't know. I can't quite tell. It's feels like there's some weight pulling back, but I think it's just the Sputnik sinker getting moved in the current. Yeah, no fish on it. Let's see here. Both still have shrimp. Let's get the Sputnik reset. I am really hoping something hits those fish bites, because I would love to gain a little bit of confidence in the product. I think it's an incredible bait in terms of longevity. I don't think there's anything that can replace live bait. However, what Fish Bites does have is that ability to always be ready. Leave them in your fridge at home and just grab it and go, especially for days like this where we're not getting any live sand fleas. Oh, there's a fish on. Get you in with the surf here. Might lose you in the surf zone. Oh, there you go. It's another fish for the cooler. That's Fish Bites only, guys. They work. Beautiful hook set right there in the corner of the mouth. We can stop using frozen shrimp. It's just not worth it. Keeps going off. Look at that. That's probably a 12-incher. We'll go ahead and measure it out. What do we got there? So nose is on. You got right at 12 inches. So usually if you're fishing a tournament, minimum length is 11 for whiting. because the limit on Pompano is 11 inches. The tournament limits are 12 inches, just to avoid any sort of desperate attempt at mismeasuring. So the four fish we've had in the box now would have qualified for tournament weigh-ins. So I'd call that a pretty good day overall. Using your typical Pompano rig. So what I like to do, my main line, I like to tie a swivel on there, like a clip swivel, just because it's super easy to replace, and then every once in a while you'll have one of the hooks get cut off, and this way it's just snapping it off. Then I have a swivel on the one end of the Pompano rig. We come down to a dropper loop. Sometimes I have a float on, sometimes it's just a bead. This one's just a bead. And then a second one about a foot further down, anywhere between a foot and 2 feet seems to be a good spot. And at the end of it, there's another dropper loop, which just has another clip swivel tied onto it, with in this case, a Sputnik sinker. If it's very light current, I might use a pyramid. I try to go as light as possible, because the lighter you can be, the easier it is to see any sort of activity with fish hitting the hook. But this is a general setup, so all 4 rods are the same. Some of them do have, as mentioned, a float on them. Others, it's strictly just the hook. I can see the current starting to push all my my line further down. We got birds diving out there for bait. Oh, was that something? The short rod right here had a little bit of a bounce to it. Nothing repetitive, so it may just have been the Sputnik slowly gliding along the bottom. Thank you all so much for continuing to watch this far into the video. I greatly do appreciate it. We're going to bring these 4 beautiful whiting home, and we're going to go ahead and clean them up, put them on a pan, probably just keep it very basic, and then throw them into a fish taco and enjoy that dinner. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes back in the kitchen. Hey everybody. I know it's been almost 2 months, I think, since my last video. And obviously, as you've seen earlier on in this video, this was supposed to be a catch, clean, and cook. But fortunately, my second child came to the world just a couple days after recording this. So I didn't have a chance to actually get the fish fried up, albeit we did get it cleaned. So it went bad by the time we got home from the hospital. She's here, she's safe. Both our kids are doing well now. It's been a couple extra, obviously it's been some extra weeks since the video was recorded, so I'm now releasing it. It's a very busy world with a 14-month-old and a newborn. So hoping content can get a bit more consistent here going forward. I really appreciate you guys watching today. If you do want to see some more content, continue to support this positive message about fishing and just getting that next generation outdoors, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help the channel out. So thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you soon. Take care.